be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So I was craving Chipotle, but then I was like, I got everything in the refrigerator for Chipotle. So I made me a bowl. This is a chicken bowl. I'll tell you exactly what's in it after we take a bite. And man, my little tower was looking so good, and then it tumbled over. So it's all right though. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna try to get everything in this first bite. All right, there we go. Very good. All right, so I made like a garlic herb rice. There's pico de gallo in here. There is guacamole, black beans, grilled chicken, lettuce, cheese, sour cream. The only thing missing is the corn. I do usually get corn. But besides that, wow. You know what's really standing out too are the beans. When I make black beans, I don't really like season them or put anything in it. Well, I don't season them. I put honey and sriracha in my black beans. So it kind of has a hint of like sweetness and a hint of like spice. It was really good. Oh, that sweetness is so good. Because it's not a lot. It's just a hint of sweetness. This was a good idea. Also, I'm trying to make sure that I clear out my refrigerator before I go on vacation. I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks, and I'm trying to get rid of everything. So this is perfect. Another bite for y'all. That chicken is seasoned well, tender. This is really good. My honey is coming over tonight. I'm gonna have to make her one of these. Y'all, my luggage came yesterday. I am so in love. That luggage looks even better in person. I got a 3-piece set. And I'm just so happy. Like, I got it's like a small, medium, large type of set. So there's the big one you can check, the small one. The small one and the medium one, I believe, are bags that you can actually, are carry-ons, like carry-on size. I love it. And like the color I have that I chose was champagne. I love the champagne color. So I got champagne, but it's like a peach champagne looking color. I love it. I'm so happy about this luggage. I need to start packing. I'm waiting on an order from Temu. My order from Temu should be here. Like maybe today or tomorrow. It's in Ohio. The package is already here. But so it should be here like by tomorrow. I got 3 button-up shirts, 3 t-shirts for $50. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I can't wait, y'all. I'm so excited about vacation. I'm excited about seeing my family. I cannot wait to get to Vegas, y'all. I want to get in the pool as soon as I get there. As soon as I get there, I want to get in the pool. And this is what's so funny. Every time we go to Vegas, this is the 3rd year now that we've gone to Vegas as a family. And each house always has a pool. And I feel like I'm not really in the pool as long as I would like to be. So I got to make up for that this year. I have to. Because, like, you know, we be talking, doing this, doing that, you know, just vibing out, playing games, you know, drinking, whatever. And I got to get my butt in the pool. I am getting in the pool more this time. This was not a lot of food. I think I used like a cup of rice. I didn't want to do too much. One more bite for y'all before it's almost over. The chicken is fire. I'm gonna have to have me one of these again tomorrow. That's why to me it's like so easy to like meal prep like chicken breast, because you can just do whatever with it. You know, last night I had a low carb burrito. Making this bowl today. I might have a chicken salad tomorrow or another bowl tomorrow. Just so easy. One of my favorite things to prep. That was delicious. And I got the salsa and the guacamole from Kroger. It's pretty good. It's really good. And I love that it has a lot of onions and the salsa. Because I've bought some store-bought salsas where they kind of like skimpy with the onion a little bit. I love onion. All right, y'all. I got a viewer topic. And it's quick. It's a quick topic, but also it's going to give me a chance to share a little bit about my experience in terms of like coming out. So yeah, give me 1 second. Or a question that you want me to ask here on the channel, go ahead and hit me up at rondasrealtalk@gmail.com, or you can also send me a DM on Instagram at rondasrealtalk. All of my contact information is below in the description box. All right, so I got this from my DMs on Instagram. This message came from a woman who wants to remain anonymous. She is 28 years old and she's in a relationship with a woman who is 29. They dated for 5 months. They've been together for 8 months. So their relationship is pretty new. This is their first Pride month together. And her girlfriend is really adamant and putting pressure on her for them to attend Pride events together. So she wants to go to the parade, the parties, all the events, everything that's lined up. She wants to go to everything. And the biggest thing is that the woman who wrote in, she's not out to her family. And the reason why she's not out is because like shortly after they started dating, her dad started having some really serious health issues and he's still struggling with that. So her family You know, they've all been, you know, rallied around her father. They've been like, he's been in and out of the hospital. So it's a lot of, that's pretty much their focus right now at this time. And she felt like it just didn't make sense to, you know, she's not really sure how her family is going to respond, but she doesn't feel like this is the right time to bring it up, you know, that she's into women, which I can understand. So everything is really about her father right now, you know, and her girlfriend knew all of this before they got into a relationship. It wasn't like, you know, she shied away from it or told her once they got together. She knew everything that was happening as it was happening. So, you know, so she still was okay with that. They still got into a relationship. So her question to me is, you know, how should she handle her girlfriend putting pressure on her to go to Pride? She doesn't feel comfortable going to Pride without her family knowing everything first. So, I think that when you end up in a relationship with somebody, you accept the things that, you know about them at that point. You may not know everything that they've been up against or things that they've experienced or whatever. You may not know all of their triggers and stuff like that, but the things that you know about them before you make things official, I feel like you have to accept all of it, you know? Like you really have to sit with it and say, is this a deal breaker? Is this something that I can be okay with? Is this going to be a problem, you know, in our relationship? So since the girlfriend already knew, I feel like she has to be okay with the way that you want to navigate everything around Pride. Because I'm going to say this is that I'm assuming the girlfriend feels like, well, okay, I know your family doesn't know, but we can go to Pride. I mean, that's where we can be ourselves. We can be out. We can do what we want to do. We can hold hands. We can blah, 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 right? And it not be a problem. Now, the issue with that is there's all kind of people at Pride. You know, some people are in the LGBTQ plus community. Some are not. So you have allies. You got people who they just live in the neighborhood and they just trying to come to the party. They just going to the bar and it happens to be, you know, a Pride event going on at a bar or whatever. And you never know who you can run into. So what if, you know, the woman who wrote in, what if she runs into somebody who's like a close friend of the family? And now this person, her secret is out, you know, something that she hasn't had a chance to share with her family yet. And this person now goes back and tells her family or brings it up, like not trying to out her, but you know, if you see somebody hanging out publicly and, you know, having a good time or whatever, people might assume that you're out, you know, and that person can now go to the family and say, hey, like I saw so-and-so at a Pride event, blah, 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 whatever. It could just come up casually. So I understand like feeling like you don't want to run into certain people. You don't want to have certain conversations. If you do run into certain people, like I totally get that 100%. And I feel like the girlfriend should respect that, you know. Now, are there people that may not necessarily date somebody who's not out? Of course. But again, in this situation, the girlfriend knew. So that means you got to respect it. Just because it's Pride does not mean that she's going to want to be at everything, you know. She may not feel comfortable just yet. And I think that is okay for you to be like, that's my boundary. I don't want to go to Pride events and here's why. So my suggestion is to let her know that boundary, you know, stand on it, be very clear. This is something that's important to you. Like maybe next Pride will be different. You know, tell her that you want her to go out and have a good time. You don't want to keep her from having a good time. Like encourage her to go out with her friends, you know, go to the events, go to the parade, go to the bars. You know, I'll pick you up. I'll drop you off. Make sure you get there safely. Make sure you come home safely. But I right now don't feel comfortable going until my family knows, you know. I 100% understand that. I do. I totally get that. My situation was a little bit different. I'll jump into that in just a second. But yeah, like if that's a boundary for you and you feel uncomfortable, she has to respect that. Because again, she knew where you were and where you stood on everything before y'all got together, you know. And I don't know if she felt like that y'all had such a great connection that, you know, no matter what, you were going to want to come out and share this with your family. But again, the timing is just not right. And I don't think that it's fair to be like, you know, putting pressure on you to go to Pride events or putting pressure on you to come out, which you didn't say she was doing that, but I'm just saying that also is not okay in my opinion. I wouldn't want anybody to pressure me to go to Pride events, you know, just because you're part of the community in general. Like, let's say that you were out. Not everybody enjoys Pride events. They don't, you know, it is not for everybody, you know, and for some people, they're the kind of people that don't have to go every single year, which is also okay. You know, like once you start going to Pride events, you might not even love it. You might not even love it. It might not even be your thing, but I understand why you don't want to go this particular year. So that's my advice on it. Like I said, give her a boundary. You know, she needs to support you as your girlfriend through that and not be pushy about it. Respect that, and encourage her and support her and, send her off and have, tell her to go have fun with her friends, live it up, have a good time, go out, hang out late, go early, whatever you want to do. I'll be here, but I'm just not going to, I'm just not going to be in attendance. So that is my advice on the situation. For me, my parents, I didn't technically come out, like, y'all, so many things happened before the official coming out. So I was 25. But again, a lot of things happened before that where Rhonda's into girls. She might or she might not be. Rhonda's bisexual. All these different things kind of happened, and I hid behind, saying I was bisexual to kind of buy myself a little time, or to at least give my parents the impression that I hadn't totally stopped liking boys, right? So yeah, like I've gone through that, but even in all of this, my parents didn't know, or officially, till I was 25, air quotes, y'all, because again, stuff happened before that. But I started really hanging out heavy like at 19 years old, 19. And I'm thinking like where we lived is not where I hung out. But I think that if where we lived is where I hung out, I might not have gone out as much as I did. Or maybe I would have, because I was just really so wrapped up in just wanting to be myself, wanting to be around people that dressed like me, that understood how I felt, that were into the same things I was into, and I was really trying to explore this side of who I was. So a lot comes along with it when you decide to come out, and you have to be ready for the things that come along with that. That means, being questioned a lot. Maybe your family keeping their distance, cutting you off for a period of time. Because I've experienced that too. My biggest fear was has always been living my life without my parents. And as I was thinking about this situation, I've already kind of experienced it. When I came out, that's exactly how it felt. For the first time, I was living my life without my parents, but they both were alive, but our relationship was strained. Things changed significantly, and that was really hard to deal with. But I feel like it didn't hit me as hard because I was in the process of just feeling so liberated and so free about being myself. Like, just like taking a monkey off of my back, just saying like, are you a lesbian? Yes. Being able to say yes with confidence. I don't know. That really kind of helped me not focus on the fact that my relationship had changed with my parents. But a lot comes along with it, and everybody's situation looks different. And I think that people should be able to come out and have that conversation whenever they're ready, and can that affect your dating life? Of course it can. Because again, some people are not going to date you because you're not out. And there's going to be people who don't care. They just are like, yeah, I get it. I've been there. I can support you and be there for you, when you're ready to tell your friends and your family. So, just a lot comes along with it, y'all. And it just made me think about so much. Like when I was hanging out, partying, living it up, okay? Missing my curfew, not going to class. I was in college at the time, and I was just living it up because I was so excited about being my damn self, and that's something that all of us deserve to experience, and it's not always, who you love that holds you back in terms of being who you are. There's so many things that hold us back, People have so many expectations on us, and they have these ideas of who we're supposed to be and where we're supposed to go in life. And we value these people and their opinions so much that it keeps us running in place, living up to the things that they want for us. And we don't think about what we want for ourselves, So I don't know. When I came out, though, it felt like for the first time, my life was truly mine. It's what I wanted to do. I really stood in that. This is who I am. Either you take it or you leave it. And like saying that to your parent, well, I didn't say it to my parents, y'all, but I was thinking it like, this is who I am. And if you can't love me through that, then okay. Like I would have to figure it out. Like that's going to be really hard and very painful, but life is going to go on. I'm going to have to figure it out, so it's tough. It's tough going through something like that. And for anybody that's watching, if you can be a safe place for somebody, be it, be that for them. And I'm not talking about just coming out in terms of, oh, I'm gay, I'm bisexual. I'm saying this in general, being a safe place for somebody. We need that just for so many different things in our life. We do. So, meet people with kindness and acceptance and being a listening ear, not giving advice. Sometimes you don't have to give advice. Sometimes people just want you to listen, and that's it. And that's all they need. And I just hope that we all can identify that when it's like, this ain't about your advice. I don't need your words of wisdom. I just need you to listen, that we can, switch into that mode and just listen. You know, like being able to talk uninterrupted and somebody not trying to talk you out of everything that you're trying to say. My goodness, being able to have that is very important. So if you can be a safe space for somebody, I hope that you can be that. And I hope you also have a safe space to go, you know, for whatever it is that you may be, you know, experiencing in your life. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, you know, that's a sticky situation and tough to be in, you know, especially for a relationship. You guys have only been together 8 months. I don't know if this is going to change your relationship. I hope that it doesn't. I hope that your girlfriend can understand where you're coming from and that she respects it and stops pressuring you. So go ahead and jump in the comments, GP fam, you know, speak to the situation, you know, give some words of encouragement. You know, what do you know, what should she say or do, you know, in this situation that she's currently in. So that's it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I will meet you all in the comments. Make the best of the day, y'all. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.